then I hope this works. Crap, this is by far the most intense light install I've ever done. And if there was ever a part to deter someone, today we're doing the next install modification on our Model Y, on my wife's Model Y. She's been asking for today's product, which you guys already know because of the headline, for like ever, probably a year now. And we finally settled on an option that she likes. Let me show you what we're doing. New taillights. This is gonna be an awesome addition to the back of her car. She's always loved the ones I have on my car, but they don't make them for the Model Y, so she settled with these finally. So a little bit about these specific taillights. So they're called the X-Treme Taillights, and they're for the Model 3 and the Model Y. Now, like any of these kind of products, when you order something like this, you wanna make sure you get the exact one for the model of car you have, based on the type of year you have, the model of car you have, what kind of processor you have. You wanna make sure you get all that right inside of the car. As you can see, I took a snapshot. Now you can order these taillights from a lot of different locations, but I reached out to Tlyard because I've worked a lot with them in the past, and they sent these out to me in exchange for making a video for them. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do an install, how to install taillights in a 2022 Model Y, and we're gonna see just how cool these look. And you gotta let me know down below in the comments if we've made an improvement or not. Now this is my first time doing any kind of an install like this on the Model Y. I've done this multiple times on the Model 3, but it's much more intense on the Model Y. You've got a bunch of different wires we gotta figure out here. So let's get this started. Now in order to do this project, these are the tools you supposedly only need. An 8mm wrench, you're gonna need an 8mm socket, and a plastic pry tool. So now this one does have a lot of involvement. So we need to take basically all these panels off right here in order to access part of the taillight that's up here. And then we gotta take a bunch of stuff off down to the bottom. But let's first take this off. This involves a lot of popping and loud noises, which can be kind of intimidating. But first two steps, we gotta remove this cap that's right here. Then we also need to unscrew both of these right here. These are the little door stoppers. They should just unscrew. It's recommended to pay attention to how deep they were in there so you can put them back to the way they were, but you could always adjust them later. Didn't realize the camera wasn't running, but I did pull this off right here. So this was right there. You just grab it with two hands and just kind of shake it a little bit, and it comes out pretty easily. Then make sure you take everything and set it aside, because we're going to be putting this all back on later. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this back panel here, which just again involves a lot of popping noises. Sorry, it's really windy today. I hope that's not terrible for you guys to hear. So it's not too hard. You just barely put any pressure on it. It's just pulling. They're just a bunch of snaps. And if some of them come off when you do this, you can just put them back on after. And they're really easy to buy replacements if you need them, if you're ever to lose it. But that's how easy that comes off of there. And you can see on the back here, we just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. 6, 7, so 7 clips total, and they all stayed in, so let's just set this aside. Now to take this next big piece off here, there's gonna be a wire up here we have to disconnect here in a minute, but first we gotta take off 2 separate clips, one on either side of this, and you're gonna do that with your plastic pry tool. You're just gonna lift up on the inner part of it till it pops up. There you go. And then the whole piece, the whole clip will just come out, and it looks just like that. All right, now from there, we just have this big piece here to take off, and we're gonna do that by just making lots of noise. Hear that? Whew, a little bit of a surprise. So you have this one connector here, right here. This is everything. We're just gonna take this one wire here, unplug it, and this whole piece can be removed. Next, you're gonna wanna remove any refrigerators you might have inside of your trunk. Remove the rest of the accessories that are hiding out inside of the trunk. So if you take this back section out here, you can actually sit on this, kind of like it's a bench or something. It makes it a lot easier to work in here. So here's what we're gonna be doing next. We're gonna be getting to the taillights and actually exposing them, these outer ones first. So we're gonna actually pull these panels. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 8mm screws on the back side of this we have to remove. So I'm not gonna pull the whole thing off, just enough to get access to it. Then we're gonna remove this, as well as on the other side. Now I have seen some people pull the seal off right here, but to be honest, I've never had to do that before. You can just do it without it. You really just grab it and slowly just sort of pull like this. And just kind of get that loose. And then we're gonna come down here to this piece here, remove that, and that's gonna give this even more play. And so to remove this, same thing, just kind of pull forward and back. You just gotta kind of work your fingers under it. Once you get it started, then it just pops up. There's no screws or anything on it. You can just kind of, the seal will move as you come, and you can just pop it back under the seal after the fact. I just don't like removing that seal because sometimes it's kind of hard to get back in. So you can see here on the bottom side of this, there's just a couple clips in there. And like you can see here, this guy was about to push, come right out. So you just push that back in. And this guy completely came out, which case you can just grab some needle nose pliers and ouch, and then you can just put it back in the panel. So after you have this bottom piece off and you're working on getting this back, you can see there's one clip down here. So if you really want to make it easier on yourself, if you remove this clip and just give yourself as much space as possible, it just kind of makes it a little less aggravating to get in here and work. You could even pull these off down here. These just snap on and it actually runs the whole length, so you have to actually get out to remove those, but that's going to give you even more space to work down here. You could even pull out these pockets down here. You can really remove a lot of stuff if you want to. In fact, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to remove everything to make this job as easy as possible. And like I said, all this stuff comes out, just clips, and very easy to remove. Next, I'm going to take out this kind of insulating kind of support piece here, and there's just one clip here right in the middle. Take that out. Then this piece is going to come out of the way. Set that aside. And now you gain access to the two 8mm nuts, one on the bottom, one up there on the top, and then that plug right there that we're going to remove. And that's all we need to take out this light right here. And now we're going to do the exact same thing to this other side. Now, if you wanted to have a ton of space, you could just pop this whole thing off. It's just like one more clip back here and just take the whole panel and lift it right out. Then you'd have complete access. But I like leaving one clipped in just so I have the alignment right when I put it back in. Then it's just a matter of snap, snap, snap really fast. So we're going to try doing it without it and see how that works. However, it is a little bit harder to show on the camera, but it's not much. It's just two 8mm bolts. So we're going to remove those here in, well, soon. Here's what we're going to do next. We need to remove these little caps on the top here of the tail lights. So you just come straight off. So you just take your little pry tool and you just kind of work it around. You kind of wiggle it a little bit if you can to help loosen it up, but they just come straight up. So they just take a little bit of finagling and then just like that, just straight up. Do them on both sides. Next, I'm going to take my 8mm wrench. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just loosen these with the wrench. Very easy to loosen them, and notice how they're not very tight. So when you put them back on, don't over tighten them. And now that they're loose, just take the bolt off or the nut off with your finger. And don't drop it down in there, otherwise you will be taking this whole panel back off. From there, you're going to remove the electrical clip, okay? And I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute, but it's very simple. On the back side of it, there's a little tab. You're just going to pull that up, and then it just pops right out. It's really easy. And that's it. Now that one is ready to come out. You can see it's already very loose. And so this part can be a little bit of a pain because there are two clips on this side that are holding it in. And you have to really just put your fingers here and just, there we go. So you can see the two little clips right there that you just have to pop off. So now that area is all clean and ready to be replaced, let's just do the same thing on the other side. So when it comes to removing this piece right here, it's a good idea to get that charge port out of the way, but also you don't want to pull it back like this. This little triangular piece on the edge of this, if you pull that wrong, it's going to bust right off. You want to pull it straight out. You just want to grip it and just kind of jerk it out like that. So there you can see, these are the two clips down there. So pretty easy. Next, we're going to remove these lights up here, and this you only have one 8mm nut to take off, so I'm going to use my 8mm socket here, or not, because that is too long. Just barely going to crack it loose and do the rest by hand. And then remove the pin. And then to remove these, you got to kind of shut the tailgate a little bit, and they're kind of a pain like the others. You have two different clips right here where they're in, and so you just got to try to pull them straight out the best you can. I have found that you can put this pry bar in here like this, so when you do pull a little bit on this side, it's not pulling against the pins, it's just pulling it right onto this. It helps it kind of pop them out just like that. So there you go, you have your two clips. So just do that on both sides. Okay, so here's how the wiring goes. We're going to take this bottom tail light first, and we're going to put it all in. So all these different wires here that come with it are all going to go inside this original hole right here. So I'm just going to take and stick these all through. They'll all fit very easily. And then the whole thing will go into place like that. So now the way they did this is pretty great. They made this actually future-proof because some cars have 3-prong, some have a 4-prong wiring harness, and the set comes with a 3 or a 4-prong little adapter. And so depending on what your car is, that's when you're going to connect. And you can't screw this up. You have a black connector and a white connector here, and whichever one of these needs to go to your car is going to go to the white adapter. You can't put it on the black one. So like I said, you can't screw it up. So there we go. So we're going to take that, and now it's set up for my car. But you see you got these other connectors here as well. And so what's going to happen is this connector right here, so we're on the passenger side of my car right now, this is going to be connected to the passenger side tail light. And I'll show you how that connects here in a minute. First, I'm going to just work these right down through here and get those all in place, and then just snap it down. Okay, so as I mentioned, I have a 4-prong inside of my car, but if you have one of the Model Ys or 3s that has a 3-prong, looks like this, you're also gonna have this other little adapter or little Y split off here that you're gonna need to connect to the other taillight. So there is another wire that comes with it. You're gonna connect those together, and then you're gonna route that wire over to the other taillight, which is again in the trunk, and your actual lifting part of your trunk, the trunk lid, and you have to connect the wires that way. The 4-prong, I guess, already have that built in maybe, and so they don't need it. But you'd basically just run it from like right here where the wire would be, up under through here and pop out to the other side over here. No problem, easy, easy. So now that I have the wires kind of like roughly connected, what you want to do is kind of make sure it's all working before you make everything permanent, put the, you know, the nuts back on and all that. So, okay, Amber, go ahead and start the car up. Yeah, put your foot on the brake, keep your foot on the brake. You can see all the, okay, all 4 of the lights are on. Okay, put your left blinker on. Okay, that's working. Do the right blinker. Yep, that works. Okay, thank you. So now comes the fun part. And if there was ever a part to deter someone, this just might be it. But I'll try to make this as simple as possible, but it's gonna require more steps than I originally said, because this whole wire that connects the 2 different lights together on each side has to be run now through, all the way through here, down around here, and back to there, which means that I really do need to take probably this panel right off, take this off here, and I gotta run that all up through. We're gonna need some kind of device to use for fishing the wire through. Let's get started. Okay, so here's what I ended up doing. I ended up having to take off all the panels here to get the wiring in, because the reality is I gotta get 2 wires from here all the way up through here. So what I've done is I kind of pulled down this top panel here, as well as, you know, the bottom panel. So we got just panels off everywhere here. Then I ran this fishing wire up through here and out this deal here. So the first step is gonna be to get the wires to here, and then from there I'll fish them through there using this same wire. And then from there up through this hole, and then up to that light. And then the other one will go all the way through to that one. So there's one really long wire that runs through this whole thing, and there's one that just goes from here to there. And so we're gonna get both of those through. First, I'm gonna tape this onto our fishing wire here, try to remove all the sharp edges. This is by far the most intense light install I've ever done. It's kind of crazy. Hope I can get all these panels back on. They're sort of ripping. Lots and lots of tape in that first part there, so nothing gets snagged. All right, so there we have it. I got both of them tied up in here, and you want to be careful that when you set this up that you're sending the, you know, the female end up. The male end, the other end of it, needs to stay down at the bottom, because that's what's going to be connecting down here to the bottom tail light. So we're sending the female end up, and so we're just going to try to work this through here. Got lots of tape, got them both in there, and then I hope this works. All right, there we have it. So we were through that first part here. So next I'm gonna get it through here. Once we get this through here, out of that into this, that's gonna be our really last hard part, I guess you'd say, of this operation, other than getting all these panels back on. And I'm gonna go through the back part of this. This is gonna be a tight squeeze. Okay, so now we got it through this section. Now I'm gonna pull a whole bunch of slack out here and feed it into this last little bit. Okay, so here's how I ended up wiring this. And if you're following this video step by step to learn how to actually wire this yourself, this is definitely the part you wanna really slow down and pay attention to here. So the wiring is all done. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did to put this all together. It is quite involved, okay? You got to kind of go into this project knowing that, and definitely want to watch a project like this all the way through before you decide if this is something you can tackle or not, which anybody can do. It's just you got to be really kind of careful and be a slight bit brave, but here we go. So what happens is you have a very long wire first. So there's 2 wires, right? You got the shorter and the longer that connect the lower tail light to the upper tail light, lower tail light to the upper tail light. So the long wire, first of all, you want to make sure you got the right end of it connected. That's going to be going this direction. You'd hate to put the wire all the way through here and everything and find out you got the wire backwards. So I would recommend connecting it down here first, and then you know you're going to be running the correct end through. So what I did was the first one here, I have it connected up in here. Then what I did is I just barely pulled this back, and I ran the long wire all the way up, just pulled this back, ran it, just tucked it in, only about this far, tucked it in all the way through here, up and around, all the way like this, over to this sort of vicinity over here, kind of dangling out of here. Then I took the other wire right here and I connected it, make sure I had it right. Then you can see this is loose. You don't want to get this too tight. I ran this up here, got a little zip tie right there, and don't zip tie till the very end. You want to be able to move these back and forth and get the right move. And I also kept this loose so that as I'm putting the panels back in, I'm not going to be like pinching anything, that they can move as they need to fit. This goes down here. It's zip tied to right there, out of the way of the seat belt mechanism and everything. And this is where it all gets interesting, okay? So I removed this upper panel, this lower panel, all the panels gone, because you got to get into this area here. And so then what I did is I took my little snake deal, my little guide wire used for just something like this, and I took it and I stuck it up in there, and I pulled this boot away right here where the wires go from here to the upper part of the trunk lid. And so I just watched in there, and as I fed the wire through, I was able to get it pulled through and pulled all the wires through, as you guys saw earlier. We then fed the wires up through here, all the wires came through here, and this is where they split. So the one that goes to the driver's side, I ran here, zip tying it all along the line right here, and then came, tucked it in through this hole right here, and popped it out here to where the light is, and it got connected. The other wire I brought up through here like this, came around, again, zip tying it all through here, and connected it right here. So that's where it went all connected. I have to say it's definitely the most intense wiring job for taillights that I have ever done times 10, but it's gonna be worth it. Now all we have to do is reverse everything we took on, took out, took off, and put it all back together. Of course, don't forget to clip back in your speaker wire here before you put this panel back on. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Okay, put in the last 2 clips and then the very last trim piece, and oh my gosh. Wow, okay, so the install is all done, and I have to tell you, that was one of the most involved installs I have probably done. The only one that might contend with that as far as most panels taken off is when I replaced my sound system in my Model 3. This wasn't hard. I just wish I had a better video to follow along with, so I hope that I kind of created that here by watching some of my mistakes and the easier way to do it. Here's the basic idea with all this. The more panels you take off, the easier it is to install the taillights, but the harder it is to put it all back together. The biggest trick with these panels is getting all these clips lined up that you can't see. And there's probably 1 or 2 that aren't quite lined up with mine. It doesn't seem to be exactly perfect, but then again, when has any of my installs ever gone perfectly? So was it worth the 2 hours or so install that it was to put this all together and take it apart? And probably most people are gonna spend at least that long. I did have to move around cameras, and I'm not new to ripping off panels and stuff, so you're probably gonna take a little bit longer. Just kind of expect that and take your time with this one. So again, was it worth it? Well, as you're watching this little photo montage, let me know down below in the comments what you think. I know there's a lot of different versions out there of these, but these are the ones that my wife wanted. And I think, honestly, it looks pretty cool. It definitely makes your Tesla stand out, especially when you turn on your blinkers, when you hit your brake. You can just tell that there's something entirely different going on here than the OEM lights. Now, as always, I'll try to answer any questions I can in the next couple of days before I'm on to my next project. But if you want more information about these, I will link them down below in the description with my discount code, and you can always contact Tlyard to see what information you didn't find here. Now, if you like things like electric scooters, electric unicycles and all that, I'm going to be reviewing a new bike by Highboy in the next couple weeks. This bike folds and should fit in the back of one of these trunks. So drop a like on this video and follow, and I'll see you guys on the next video.